Hi, these are TNA Impact Spoilers for the 13th of May 2010 next week because they've moved the show date from Monday to Thursday. Eric Bischoff out first. He says he really does love each and every one of us. He introduced the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Rob Van Dam. TNA has a poll to see who the top 10 rankings to see who to face. Jeff Hardy is the next on the list after Desmond Wolfe, so nothing would be better than RVD versus Hardy tonight. Only problem is that no one can find Hardy, so they'll give him the night off. RVD says that he loves being champion and is the best thing defending the belt. So no night off because he's the whole effing show. AJ Styles' music hits and he comes out and says, "Watch your mouth. You're a champion for God's sake and a role model." He asks RVD if he wants to wrestle because AJ Styles is in the mood to hurt someone. AJ asks him if he thinks the people came to see RVD. No, they come to see AJ because he is TNA. He says even though he has RVD in 3 days, he wants the match tonight because he will always be champion. Jeff Hardy's music hits and he comes. He says that he's been confused by the new days to show up and doesn't have a security, but he's here tonight for a match. AJ protests and says it's his match. Hardy says RVD is now champ, so how about a three-way? Bischoff says that's a great idea and that's going to happen tonight. JB is backstage with the beautiful people talking about Tara. Madison Rain says Tara needs to get over here and that she's not the champion anymore and she is now. Velvet Sky says that they're going to stay champions after the pay-per-view because she said so. Lacey interrupts because she really has to pee and runs off. Madison asks why she's here and Velvet says it's because she's pretty and that's why. Taylor Wilde versus Tara. Taylor went for a springboard splash off the second turnbuckle and Tara kicked her in the gut and got the pin. Afterward, Tara beat Taylor with the knee brace. Sarita ran out for the save. Afterwards, they showed footage of Chelsea in the back crying while a major scene was going down with security and officials trying to find what's going on. Desmond was trying to get some room for her while this was going on. Kendrick Bryan versus someone. Before we find out, we go back to Chelsea crying as the police are coming to investigate. Brian Kendrick versus Doug Williams. He still has the X Division Championship belt with him. Before the match, Douglas calls Kendrick a loser and he hasn't seen him in a single match, so he isn't worthy of a shot at the title. Kaz comes out and joins the commentary table. During the match, Kaz comes to the ring to get his belt and it distracts Williams long enough for Kendrick to get the win via schoolboy pinfall. Christy Hemme is backstage and tries to get away with Pat Kenny about a possible assault. Kenny says that he can't believe what he heard and leaves. Generation Me versus someone. They go backstage and Christy Hemme says it's an assassination. It's true with major news. Police aren't allowing the name to be released. Generation Me versus Matt Morgan gives one the elevator and another the carbon footprint. Morgan gets on the mic and says they warned Hogan that there'd be carnage if he didn't let him tell him who his partner would be at Sacrifice. Morgan gets ready to stomp one more Miz, and Joe comes out for the save and muscle busters Morgan and takes him off. After Joe is gone, Morgan is out and the band come out with a briefcase for the tag team title match shot. Nash and Hall cash it in. And Nash just pins Morgan immediately, winner and new tag team champions, the band. Beer Money Inc. versus Motor City Machine Guns with Team 3 versus Team 3D and Inc. One of Shana Moore's earrings was ripped out and he's bleeding. Winner via spear from Neil on Breath of Ray, Inc. Team 3D got in Jesse's face afterwards. Mad that they're the ones who trained him and got him here, and this is what they get. For the Global Championship match, Rob Terry versus Abyss. Abyss doesn't come out when his music plays. Orlando Jordan sneaks in from the crowd and low blows Terry and holds onto Terry's package and is for a long time. Jordan gets a pipe and beats Terry with it. He shows Terry a playing card, probably the Queen of Hearts, and then throws the deck on Terry. Jordan gets on the mic and says it's about time they cut the foreplay. He does what he wants, says what he wants. He says what he wants and acts how he wants. The TNA wild card. He asks the people what he asks if the people want him to leave. They say yes. Orlando Jordan says he'll let him fulfill their every fantasy. He challenges anyone in the back to a match. Tyson Tonko comes out and we get Orlando Jordan versus Tonko. The winner versus Choke Orlando Jordan. Backstage, Eric Bischoff says Tyra Shaw is going to wrestle again. Her attitude has been piss poor and what she did to Taylor was uncalled for. He tells her to get to the ring right now. Sarita versus Tara, winner with the knee brace shot. Sarita, while the ref was blinded, Tara afterwards attacked Sarita, but the ref broke it up. TNA champion RVD versus Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. Mr. Anderson come out during the match and he attacked Hardy. At the same time, AJ pulled the ref in the way of RVD. RVD top rope sidekick. AJ dove into everybody on the ring on the outside. RVD got spiked with the DDT on the outside and AJ rolled him up for the win. Jeff Hardy gets on the mic with RVD afterwards. He tells RVD to leave because he's got this. He calls Anderson to the ring right now and let's do this. Anderson makes little time and he's going to the ring and leave instead. Hogan's music hits and Hogan won't let him leave. Hardy attacks Anderson and they begin to brawl all over the place. Hardy swantoms off the announce table onto the prone of Mr. Anderson on the table. I'm sorry if this sounds sloppy. I'm doing my best. And be sure to check out the channel, subscribe for more of WZROnline.com /.